Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. My videos have not been great lately. Content has been thin because I've been doing the same thing over and over again. But here is a tip that you're gonna want if you're doing one of these jobs. We've got an 07 Ford Expedition with a 5.4 in it. And we're doing a starter on it. Now, it came in yesterday. They hoped battery, maybe starter. First thing I did was I checked for voltage. We had 12 volts. Hit the key. It did not drop but a couple tenths. But just to be safe, because it tried to grunt, I got on the crank down there and rotated it full revolution just to make sure the engine wasn't locked up, because these 5.4s are famous for just blowing up because they felt like it. I have also seen them hydrolock. Intake manifold leak down into one of the valves. Completely divorced gasket. How did it do it? I don't know, but it did. So I checked that to make sure the engine was not stuck before we went any further. Got down there, tested the starter. Had good 12 volts at the battery cable. Hit the starter, had good 12 volts at the solenoid. This clicked. Nothing happened in there. I tested up here on this braided wire that goes into the starter. Good 12 volts going in here. It was not pulling down, so we're not having good contact in here in the brushes of the starter. Here's the tip that I'm telling you. Hopefully you're watching this video because you know how to do a starter, but you're fighting on this one. You got one bolt in the bottom right here, another bolt. You see, here's the problem. I can't even hardly show you. Another bolt right here that you can't hardly get to, and then another bolt on top that's impossible. What I did was I took the motor mount loose on this side, right there. Yeah, the studs came out, both of them. Why not? Gave me enough room to reach through this area, because normally this manifold is right about here. You can see that top bolt, but you can't get to it with nothing. Absolutely nothing. I almost tripled this area where you can get in there and get to that bolt, and you can get to this bolt here that's directly behind this. Right there. It holds the starter in place. The book time on this starter is 0.8. So you're supposed to have it done in less than an hour. That says everything's going to be right. You've got all your tools, all that stuff. And if you're good at it, you can do that. Now I'm going to be pushing over. I stopped to film. Yeah, I'm already at 0.8. Going to get tools back and forth, getting something to jack the engine up, trying to get to it. I got the side bolt out. I've been doing this for close to 30 years at this shop. You always run into things, even on older ones, where you fought it and you fought it and you fought it, and then you came up with a new method. I just thought of this. And here's something that the book times do not, absolutely do not account for. Rust. Rust. I was lucky all those bolts came out. I have busted off them bolts because they're seized in the transmission. Live by flat rate, die by flat rate. Don't complain whenever the mechanic's going to charge you whatever the book said, even though it took them a third amount of time, because these we lose our butts on. We can lose the entire day working on something that was supposed to be 0.8. Think about that. I'm giving you this shortcut. Pick the motor up, gives you a little bit of area to go through the side here and do this job. You might be able to get it done in 0.8. If you're set up to it, if you have everything to reach in there and do that, you can do it. Just piece of advice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.